in the district this coming Friday night, Marquise Knox. Good morning, Marquise. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Good morning to you, Mary.
5:30 to 9:30, you'll be performing at Washington Park in the district. And the question I always want to ask gentlemen like you that are big blues musicians, you're starting this gig at 5:30 basically in the afternoon. Is this the earliest gig you've ever played? Because you usually are getting ready to start work when this gig is over, I imagine.
Yeah. It's just about the earliest gig you can get for a blues musician, or any musician for that matter. But when we get over at 9:30, I'm probably looking for another gig.
Let it continue on. Let it continue on. Well, Marquise, you can announce where you'll be at the conclusion of Friday night, and they can follow you down
Right.
to a favorite watering hole. The blues in the district is so popular. And tell me, have you been to Quincy before?
Well, I rode through Quincy. I've come to Macomb, Illinois a couple of times, and up to Keokuk, Iowa, so I come that way. But it's my first time performing in Quincy, so I'm looking forward to it.
Well, you're going to be in for a very big treat. Sitting with me this morning is Lenny Bart, who is a big blues in the district aficionado. And, of course, he likes to just take his lawn chair and sit and people watch and talk and gather. This is going to be a pretty big crowd. They usually have, between 2,000 and 3,000 people, Lenny, usually in the park at any given time?
They do, and I think this year's been very successful because of the weather, and so some of our crowds have edged up even a little bit beyond that. But Marquise, we love these wonderful performers that come and bring their talents to our quaint little burg. And I think, as Mary said, we're there for the music, but it also is a wonderful social event for a social community, and we really look forward to being entertained with high-class, high-quality blues music.
So we're going to welcome you is what we're trying to say, Marquise, and you're going to have a pretty good crowd on your hands because the weather looks like it'll hold out. Talk a little bit about the kind of music you play. When people say the blues, that really encompasses an awful lot of the genre. So when folks go down Friday night, 5:30 to 9:30 in Washington Park to see Marquise Knox, what are they going to see? What are they going to hear?
Well, when they see me, they're going to see a young man playing the blues. And that's going to be shocking because they know most folks that play the blues either 50 or even older. So I'm about one of the youngest men out there playing the blues. And when it comes down to the blues, it's going to be traditional blues and Delta blues and St. Louis style. So it's going to be the real deal blues, not no rock blues, not none of that. It's going to be blues.
Now,
Okay.
didn't you learn to play the guitar from your grandmother, Lily?
Yeah, my grandmother Lily taught me. I come home from school one day. I said, grandmother, the teacher wanted me to play the guitar at the Black History program, but I don't know how to play. And make a long story short, she got the guitar out and she said, "Here, can you follow my fingers?" I said, "Yes, ma'am." And she handed me the guitar and I started playing. And the next day I went to school and played that. And then I come home, my great uncle, he said, "Well, son," he said, "I think I want you to come down to the house and stay with me." And from that, I started getting better and better.
So it's a family tradition. You mentioned you're young, Marquise. How old are you, and how long have you been out on the circuit playing professionally?
Well, I'm 23 years old and I've been playing professionally for, I bet you, 10 years.
Well, that's great.
It's been a long time.
So when Grandma taught you how to play the guitar, Uncle said, "Good, we can make a living out of this." Let's get
Yeah, my uncle. Well, see, my uncle, he taught me how to make a living, but it wasn't always a guitar. I had to get up early in the morning sometimes and cut grass right after school. He'd be sitting there. Kids be walking, getting ready to go home, play basketball. There go my uncle sitting in the parking lot with the lawnmowers in the trunk. "Come on," he called me Jimmy. "Come on, Jimmy, it's time to go cut some grass." So my uncle taught me how to be a man. And so with that, before he died, he said, "Now, son," he said, "I'll give you a gift." He said, "If you use it right and use your head, it'll take you all the way around the world. You'll never have to work for nobody." I said, "Yes, sir." So that's what I'm trying to do.
That is great because truly, when you do love what you're doing, it really isn't work, although there obviously is a business aspect of it. You mentioned the Delta blues, the St. Louis blues. Of course, we have blues in the district all summer long. We've had Chicago blues. We've had Kansas City blues. Why do you think the Delta blues are the best blues? Why is that the genre you've chosen to concentrate on?
Because that's where I believe that's where all the feeling is at. When them guys first started, when people first started listening to the blues, it wasn't the louder end of the blues. It was the first part. They were listening to Muddy Water, Holland Wolf, Elmore James, Little Walter, early B.B. King, T-Bone Walker, and guys like that. And so, and then it started getting away from that, when you get like Eric Clapton. It's still the blues, but it's just a little bit different. But the blues I'm playing is just the basics of it all. And people can tell it's an old sound. You don't hear that sound too often. And when you do, like I do, I appreciate it. I sit down and listen to the person that's playing it.
Now, of course, there's a truly American art form, jazz and blues. And so you're really a young man that's reinvigorating an American art form. Do you ever write your own music and play original songs, or do you mostly stick with the old traditional stuff?
Yeah, well, matter of fact, I got 4 albums. One, the first one called Mississippi Delta Boys, that was more of a cover CD, but the other 3, Rise Up Now, Man, Child, and Here I Am, those were songs that I wrote. So it's still the same sound. You're just putting your own words to it, your own feeling to it, that's all, and just trying to keep it going.
Now, the blues obviously denotes a style that it talks about hardship, hard times, depression, sadness, etc. You mentioned you write some of your own original music. How do you keep from it being a downer? Because the blues are, when people say, I've got the blues, sometimes the way they cheer up is to go to a blues concert like the one in the district and get out around people. But how do you can there ever be a happy blues song?
Well, all of it really is a happy blues song. It takes you to get on the other side of your problem to really even sing about it, because you can't sing about it while you're in the midst of it because you're going through it. You ain't got time to sing about it. So when you get on the other side about it, you say, well, hey, I lost my baby last week. I'm going to find me another woman. Oh, boy, what a treat. You're just telling them now that she gone. I know the road ain't done for me. I'm just going to get somebody else. So that's not sad, and everybody can relate to that. When you say, I got the blues, Albert King put it the best. Everybody got the blues. The baby, he want milk, he crying, he got the blues. A dead man, he dead. He need a casket. He need to go on the ground. He got the blues. So everybody got the blues. It's just all about how you look at it. I don't think it's sad. I don't look at rock and roll and say, man, I really want to bang my head tonight. I don't look at a rap and say, man, tonight I really want to get turned up tonight. No, I just look at it and say, well, I want to have a good time with the blues.
Okay, so it will be definitely a good time. I think we're getting to know.
Oh, it's going to be electrifying.
It's going to be great. I think we're getting to know a lot about you, Marquise, and the fact that you're so young and out on the road and making it. And like you said, you had the way paid for you by your elders who gave you good advice. As a young man, when you're out traveling, and you're talking with some of your original music about things that have happened in your life and how you're overcoming those. Like you said, everybody's had the blues in one way or another. How important is it? How do you assess this younger generation? Are they in tune and in touch with the culture of the Delta, with the culture of the American art form, the blues, or is this something that you may be bringing it to them for the very first time?
I don't think I'm bringing it to them for the first time. I believe we living in a society. Everything is either you're going to be sensitive or you don't appreciate the next person. And so within that, you got the blues. The blues is one of the real art forms where you can really talk about exactly what's going on. See, most songs you sing, you can't really put into words what's going on with the problem. Like I got the song called America Blues. America's so beautiful, they say she's the land of the free. But it's getting so hard, a man can't hardly feed his family. That's true. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It just to me, it's just. I think I don't know how you put it. We just living in tough times. People that have to get over themselves to help somebody else out. The minute you do that, I think the blues and any other music become peaceful and become what you need to hear and what you want to hear.
Where's your home base? What do you call home?
Well, right now, I still call my home base in St. Louis, but I live in Bowling Green right now.
Okay, so you're really close as far as a local artist. So this is kind of a big deal, I guess, for you, because people who want to come from far and wide to see the hometown favorite, the Bowling Green Boy, they can come up to the district Friday night at Washington Park. What's the biggest crowd you ever played for?
Well, I played for. I don't play for many as 10,000 and as few as 2. So, I don't think it's the crowd. It's about, you want to connect with somebody, even if it's that little child. If the grown folks not paying attention, but the baby moving. I look at the baby. Now I'm playing for the baby because now the baby is having a good time. So then you get locked on with somebody. Say there's gonna be a good time when y'all see it.
Have you played many outdoor venues? Because I've talked to other musicians and they say it's very different. Number one, starting the concert at 5:30 at night is unique. You're always playing in the daytime hours, the sunlight's out, and you're playing outdoors. Is that something you look forward to? Does it pose a challenge? Is it better, worse?
I think that's to me that's even better. So nothing can contain us. You know, as big as a lot of people, you can, if you want to, you're the right artist. That stage doesn't mean anything to you because you make that stage your own and you bring the stage right up to the people. You come down, you get in the audience, and you become one with them. Some things you can't do in the club that you can do on the stage, or like outside. And they know we do a lot of festivals or outside ordeal. Very seldom you get a gig, especially they say, oh, come play in this theater or come play over here. Most of the time it'd be outside. So I really like playing outside versus playing inside somebody's small club.
Yeah, okay, because you can obviously reach a larger audience in an outdoor venue, especially one like this, where people will be coming and going. And there is a special aspect of drawing that audience in, especially in a festival-like atmosphere, because some people that are coming to this show Friday night, they're coming to see Marquise Knox, but they're also coming to visit with their friends, to buy some food, to have a frosty beverage of their choice. So in a way, for some people, you're kind of background music, and for others, they're sitting on the front row, hanging on your every guitar stroke. So it's an interesting interaction with a large audience because you've got to be something for everybody.
Well, I tell you what, by the time we get through with it, we're going to have at least 99% looking up on that stage. They're going to be talking about, man, what just happened here? Was that the blues?
Well, we're looking forward to you coming. Marquise Knox is the featured artist for Blues in the District this Friday night from 5:30 to 9:30 at Washington Park. You can go to thedistrictquincy.com for more information about Blues in the District. Anything you want to add that I wasn't smart enough to ask you, Marquise?
No, I think y'all did a good job. I just want folks to come out and enjoy me and my band and just have a good time, like you said. And I'll see you Friday.
Okay, and folks who think that other blues are the real blues, he's going to tell you St. Louis and Delta blues are the real blues.
That's right.
So you can come and have that argument with Marquise Knox in person Friday night. Godspeed to you, my good friend. Thank you so much for being on my show today.
Mary.
9:39 our time, 21 minutes away from Fox News at the top of the hour. It's time to head up to the Ursa Farmers Cooperative for their morning update. It's brought to you by Winfield.